Cuckoo everyone, and welcome back to Met Made. As usual, I'm very happy to have you here today. And today we're going to be making my third signature dish. If you remember, I made stuffed peppers and pad thai, and those were some of my first dishes that I ever taught myself how to cook. And the third one was some chicken parmesan. It's this crispy chicken with some great red sauce and pasta. Super easy, super simple, and super delicious. And today I am going to show you how to cook that. It's easy, it's cheap, so let's show you some ingredients. First off, we have some nice flattened chicken cutlets here. Now you can just use a chicken breast and simply flatten it out. But it's easier to cook and easier to fry this way. For the crust of the chicken, we're going to have some flour. We're going to have some panko breadcrumbs. Now, you can use any kind of breadcrumb you want. Some Parmesan cheese, grated. Some Italian seasoning. Now, this is already a pre-packaged Italian seasoning, but if you want to use a mixture of oregano and basil and parsley and garlic powder, that's fine too. An egg for the egg wash. Some salt, some pepper, mozzarella cheese, your favorite red sauce. This is my favorite red sauce here. And finally, some spaghetti. So let's get started. So now we're going to do the most important part, I think. It's the part that makes it crispy and crunchy and delicious. It's what we call dredging. Now, if you don't know what dredging is, that's fine. I'm about to explain it, and you can do it in your dorm, in your cheap apartment, and wherever. So dredging consists of three parts. First, we're going to dunk our chicken in some flour here. Then we're going to dunk our chicken in some egg here. And then what I've done with the breadcrumbs to create that crispy, crunchy coating is I've mixed in some of that Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, and my little secret, Parmesan cheese. And make sure to take off all your jewelry because otherwise you'll get the crispy and the crunchy and all the gross stuff in there. And I've already done one, so this is what it's going to look like. And I am going to show you how dredging works. Now make sure to have one hand designated as your dry hand and one hand designated as your wet hand because if you mix it all up, you will have very crusty, sticky fingers. So let's take our chicken. Woo! Chicken. We're going to dip it in the flour. Now this is a meal that I love to make for all my friends. I even made it for my friends, the Hameses, when they let me live at their house when I was homeless. So shout out to you, Hameses. I really appreciate it. So I've dunked it in the egg. It's nice and wet. Now I'm going to transfer it into my breadcrumbs. Flip it to the other hand. Let it get all of that delicious, crispy, crunchy coating in it. And yes, it's going to get messy, but as I tell Tyler all the time, don't be afraid of a mess. So then you're just going to set it on your plate. Now I have one more to do before I start cooking, and when they're all done, I will bring you to the cooking process. So here we have my 3 nice breaded chicken breasts, and now is the part that some of you might be a little afraid of, but I don't want you to be afraid of because it's not too hard. We are going to fry our chicken to make it nice and crispity and crunchy. So all you do is take it, I've just put some olive oil in the pan, heat it up, make sure it's not too hot. You want a light sizzle going on there. So it's going to sizzle and cook, and after a while it's going to turn brown and crunchy. It's going to be about 3 minutes on one side, and then 3 minutes on the other side. If it's flat enough, it'll cook evenly. And don't forget to have some pasta going in your water right here. So when you come back, I will have some chicken cooked for you. Here are my 3 delicious, crispity, crunchy chicken breasts. Now all I did was I put them in and I cooked them on each side for about 3 minutes. And you notice that they're so thin that they cooked quickly enough, and that made them crispy and crunchy. And don't forget to put them on a paper towel because otherwise your plate's going to get all greasy and yucky. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one. I'm going to save the rest for later because I'm going to eat the rest later and one right now. I'm going to take this, put it back in the pan, and I'm going to take my favorite sauce that I chose, turn off my vent hood of course, and I am going to, with the help of a napkin or a rag, open my sauce jar and just pour not a lot on, maybe about a tablespoon of sauce on there. So as you can see, a nice little plump side of sauce. And then, this is where the cheesy part comes in. I'm going to throw in some of this mozzarella cheese right on top of that chicken breast. This is where it gets Italian for me. So then, you're going to want to turn your heat on very, very low. Now, in this kitchen, it's a little tricky, so turning my heat on low. And normally I put all my chicken breasts in there, but since this is just for me for lunch today, I am going to only put... So after 3 minutes of sitting, I put a lid on it and just let the cheese melt naturally. So it is looking really good. The heat is off, the chicken's cooked, the sauce is there, the cheese is melted. So I'm just going to put it nicely on my plate right there. And now it's lunchtime for me. So don't forget to cook up some spaghetti or your favorite pasta and put your favorite sauce on it. Alright, so I'm going to cut into it. It's nice and cooked, nice and crispy. Here we go. That was so amazing. So I just want to let you all know, keep watching my channel, but I'll be gone for a few weeks. I'm headed to Spain and Portugal, so I won't make a Matt Made in a few weeks, but don't worry, I will definitely be back. Please comment, subscribe, like, and do all that other stuff. Check out my other videos, and I will see you next time. Atu!